You know, the one thing I am glad of is that some of the American people are actually waking up, and we've had so much of these chaotic scenes and so much of things going awry that's taking place that shouldn't take place. You have to understand, we're dealing with a system that in order to promote their agenda, it's nothing for them to kill and murder even American people. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, after all, if we can go overseas and then drop bombs on a community and then just call it collateral damage, you have to understand you're dealing with gangsters, murderers, and killers. Let me give you an example here. A few videos back, I talked about how that, you know, you have your public sentiment and then you have the secular controlled establishment news media sentiment. Now, you're going to listen to this police official and you're not going to be convinced by what he's saying, but then you're going to listen to the eyewitness accounts. You have to see that the news media is controlled by the establishment. The police, they work for the government, and the government is controlling the news media. Who controls the government? The bankers do. So it's all a pecking order. So anytime you're dealing with anything in government, you're not going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth at all. But I do commend these reporters for actually going and actually putting on camera what the live testimony of people who was there said. Because what that does is that gives us, the people who don't live in Colorado, the chance to see and make our own informed decision. But not only that, it lets us know that something is gravely wrong. I hear that the feds was on the scene within 2 minutes. Huh? You mean tell me even before the local police? Whew, I hear. Listen to this, and then at the end of this, pay attention to what Eric Holder said. Most of you people, I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do is cut on that any type of mainstream news media and assume that you're getting the truth when you're not getting the truth. It's called propaganda. You know, George Orwell, 1984. It's looking like the truth more and more and more as the years go by. We're in a serious decline. Check this out.
All the evidence we have, every single indicator is that this is all Mr. Holmes's activity, and that he wasn't particularly aided by anyone else.
Well, I noticed the guy walked in from into the auditorium, sat into the very front row to the far right, and he got a phone call. And most people, when they get phone calls in theaters, they go straight out into the lobby to answer it. This person went directly to the emergency exit to take his phone call, which I thought was unusual. He seemed like he had his foot propped open by the door, and from the crack, it looked like he was signaling somebody or looking for somebody to come his way.
As I was sitting down to get my seat, I noticed that a person came up to the front row, to the front right, sat down, and as credits were going, I knew it seemed like he got a phone call. So he went out towards the emergency exit doorway, which I thought was unusual to take a phone call. And it seemed like he probably pried it open or probably did not let it latch all the way. Soon as the movie started, somebody came in, all black, gas mask, armor, and threw a gas can into the audience, and it went off, and then there was gunshots that took place.
From what we saw, he wasn't alone. He had someone with him because the second can of tear gas didn't come from his side. He was completely dressed in black, head to toe. From what we saw, it seemed like he had something over his face, probably to prevent him from breathing it in. And we can only assume that someone got him in.
All the evidence we have, every single indicator is that this is all Mr. Holmes's activity, and that he wasn't particularly aided by anyone else.
And what we need to do is change the way in which people think about guns, especially young people. We need to do this every day of the week and just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way. And just really brainwash people into thinking about guns in a vastly different way.
Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? So ask yourself a question. Can anybody in a uniform that's working for the government, especially in high offices, be trusted? Can they? I mean, it's a shame. This is nothing but a knuckle-dragging, boot-licking, dog and pony show. I ain't buying it, and I hope you ain't buying it either. Yeah, I'm pessimistic. I mean, tell me one thing that is truthful about the American history that our government has ever told the truth about. Has been World War I, World War II, the Federal Reserve, Gulf of Tonkin, Vietnam, Grenada, Iraq I, Iraq II. I mean, weapons of mass destruction, 9/11. I mean, people, American people, you should make this video go viral, because one thing it will do is put a defibrillator on the minds of the people and help stimulate their conscience. And that's the truth. And that's the truth straight way. Wake up.